Yeah. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? The Corner Man here, Ryan the Mighty Quinn. This is kind of a follow-up video or a developing story, if you would. Uh, I did a video when we were trying to figure out who Colby Covington was going to fight next. Um, and I went into the UFC rankings and how they work, mixed martial arts rankings in general. Now, I did say something that's kind of hypocritical to what I'm about to say, in the sense that if your favorite fighter's not ranked and he beats a top-ranked fighter, he's probably not getting a title shot. I made the comparison of football. If you're 5 games back and you beat the number 1 team, you're not going to be put in the number 1 of the division. This is where fighting can take liberties, or MMA and boxing can take liberties, and they do. And when does it happen? Okay, so UFC rankings, do they matter? Somebody like Conor McGregor is going to say, "Fook your rankings." Hasn't won a fight in, I think it's 4 years. He's being talked about title contention for both lightweight and welterweight. It's no secret why. He's still one of the biggest draws in the game, probably the biggest draw all time in mixed martial arts. That's why. But what is the reasoning behind that? What is allowing us to have that happen? It's not just like if it's an extremely competitive division and then they're going to throw somebody in there. That's why Conor McGregor wasn't spoken about in the welterweight division early on for a title fight within the last 6 months. 6 months ago, let's say before George and Colby fought. These are 2 weight classes that there's some figuring out that has to happen before your next true contender comes in. While that time is being figured out, that's where you insert the big money draw against your champion, who's both guys are probably going to beat Conor McGregor anyway. So, then that's just, it adds to their resume. And then when the true contender comes in, bam, now you have an even more a draw of a fight. So that's essentially why that happens. So we shouldn't get so quick to be mad as to, why is Conor McGregor getting a title fight? He's kind of doing a solid for the promotion, and for us overall, us as the fans, even though we want to see it, because you got to realize, like, let's look here. Let's look at the rankings right now. We'll right off the bat. Okay, we'll do lightweight for argument's sake. Okay, lightweight rank. We got Charles Oliveira. Enough said. Number 2 is Dustin Poirier. Just lost to Charles. Number 3, Justin Gaethje. Just lost to Charles. Number 4, Islam Makhachev. Okay, it looks like it's most likely he's probably gonna get a title fight. It's suspect to people if he deserves that. There's a lot of people who's got to go through. I think he should fight a Michael Chandler, and then I think a Michael Chandler should fight a Dustin Poirier. It's the ultimate game of rock, paper, scissors, right? But no, Dariush making an argument. But regardless, this is what I'm talking about. This guy needs to beat this guy, but that guy needs to fight. So there's a lot of figuring out here. There's a lot of ironing out to happen, and while that goes on, while you're ironing this out over here, you got your cash cow over here. You can insert him right on top of all of them. And he's basically just holding the line for contendership. Well, I think Charles Oliveira handles Conor McGregor. I think that his reach and his size overall is just too much for Conor. So that's why it's kind of okay, and that's why fans need to settle back when somebody like Conor McGregor's. We're all going to watch it. It doesn't matter. Everyone's going to bitch about it. I don't think Conor deserves a title fight, but I'm going to watch. I'm going to pay the $70. Have a bunch of people over, of course. Okay, we'll go up to 170. Even more so, Kamaru Usman. Okay, Kobe's the next contender. He lost to Kamaru twice already. They're going to make him sweat. He beat George, who everyone is arguably saying is on his way down. George is now. Then we got Khamzat Chimaev. I don't think he's ready for Kamaru Usman, especially in a 5-round fight. I think the UFC knows that as well. I think he needs to fight Kobe to go in there. That's what I'm talking about. So that needs to be figured out. Gilbert Burns coming off a loss to Khamzat Chimaev. So that's probably not going to happen. Leon Edwards is fighting. All right, now this is if the Leon Edwards fight hasn't happened like we did before. Leon Edwards is fighting Kamaru. Who wins that? I think that if Leon wins, Kamaru has a rematch anyway. Bilal Muhammad. Again, they're waiting for some contenders to fall his way, but maybe Gilbert Burns might fall down. But either way, again, while all this is happening, if you insert your cash cow, bam, you're creating a story. Plus, I'm sure Conor's going to spit with those guys on the way up anyway, probably create a new rivalry. So yeah, that's kind of why how we have it, guys. That's why these things happen. Why the UFC can insert these people. Why MMA has these insertions as far as rankings. And at the end of the day, it kind of makes sense. We're all gonna watch these fights, for less or better. So anyway, that's what we got, guys. Keep tuning in. Got some really cool interviews coming up this week. I got Roger Call. I'm interviewing him tomorrow. Will be posted Thursday. Tough Dirty Coach on Team Noons, and got a lot of other stuff coming in. So talk to you.
Yeah.